Hi everyone, I'm Reeves and welcome to the first episode of Guess the Grade. So my partner, who is a Raichu collector, sent a lot of his cards away to get graded a few months ago, and recently we got them back. So I think there's 27 or 28 different ones in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show them one by one, but I'm going to cover the grade they got. And I'm going to try and guess what grade they got. So you watching along at home, you can try and guess as well and see how close you get. I think there's about 27 or 28 different cards in here. So I don't know how many parts there will be for this, but at least this is part one. Let's go. Alright everyone, so the package I opened had 2 boxes in it, and I opened the smallest of the boxes, and here are the first 7 that were in that box. That's all that was in that box. But I'll show you how it was wrapped too. This is not sponsored in any way, but we met these guys at a convention where you can actually, instead of posting your cards away, you can physically hand it to them and pay for them to get graded. They were very friendly. This is their leaflet. For anyone interested, they were this lot here was in this bubble wrap like this, inside a box which was also protected with this, and then had this leaflet at the bottom. So they were very well protected, very happy. They also had this little Pokemon inside too, which is really cool. So this is the bigger box that was in there. So I have not opened it yet. It is still sealed. I am not checking any of the grades ahead of time. I'm going to see them all for the first time along with you. So there's 7 here to guess. So keep track at home how well you go. The grading is depending on all different things. It's the condition of the card basically. So there's no scratches, there's no dents, there's no whiting along the edges. Also it depends on whether the card was printed in the center or not. So even if you get a freshly opened card, if it's not printed well, you won't get a 10. Okay, so first one. They're all face down, so I'm not going to see. So here is the back of the first card. And I think the grade is in the top corner. So I'm actually going to get a post-it note to cover because I do not want to cheat. So I'm going to get it covered. Okay, so here is card number 1. Oh, I see. Okay, so this was a very old card. So we'll take a really close look. It looks like it's centered slightly too far to the bottom, so it will have lost a grade there. We'll check out the back. The back's quite good. And I'm pretty sure this is a pretty old card from 2010, so it's a very old card. I believe my partner bought this singly. I think this is one of the cards that's really expensive to get already graded, so he got it singly. I'm going to guess it got a 7. So take your guess at home, what you think it got, before I reveal. And the grade it got was a 5. Oh, which is a shame, but that's okay. So this is what the slab looks like. 2010 Raichu. It tells you the number, the state, and the set it's from. So this one got a 5. Okay. So where's the sticky? So card number 2, I'm going to cover the grade. We'll take a look. Oh, okay. So this is a Lost Origin Raichu, and I believe I gave my partner this card myself from a freshly opened pack. So from memory, it did not have any scratches, and it was centered quite well, maybe slightly too far to the left. So as you can see, the back is still really well because I did sleeve it as soon as I pulled it. If you're a regular viewer of this channel, you probably saw this card be pulled. So the back is really good. I'm going to guess, I want to say 9, but I'm worried I'll be wrong, so I'm going to go 8.5. So take your guess at home. And the result is, it got a 9. Hey, that's so cool. So this was from Lost Origin Reverse Holo. So maybe that it wasn't centered perfectly is what lost it a mark, because I really don't think it had any scratches at all. So the yellow line at the bottom is thicker than the yellow line at the top, so it's slightly off center. All right, awesome. I'm glad it got a 9 because that card, like I said, that card was from me. Okay, so card number 3. Ooh. Okay, so this is a first edition Fossil Raichu. It is the non-holo variant. So I believe my partner got this also online as a single. I'm going to make sure this sticks properly. Oh, that's why it didn't stick properly, because I didn't lay the stick. All right. Of course, I've done something wrong. Okay, there we go. So yeah, this is another one of those cards that if you buy it already graded, it is very expensive. So you have to take the gamble of ordering it online and hoping that it is in the condition that the seller says it's in. It is quite good for an old card. Definitely not perfect. So I'm going to guess this got a 7. So take a guess at home what you think it got. And the result is... oh, it only got a 4.5, which is still very good to excellent. So it must have marks on it that I can't see, or it's just the condition of the card. So you can see how there's slight creases. It is a very, very old card. Oh, which is a shame, but still. All right, so this is the pile that's the below 5 or below, and this is the pile that's above 5. Okay, so next one. So we're 3 cards in. This is number 4. Okay. Ah, okay. So another very old Raichu. This once again is a card that if you buy it already graded, it's very expensive. I believe I bought my partner a grade 5 one of these, possibly, because it was very cheap. I found it for $20, which was amazing, Australian currency. But he wanted to try and get a higher grade than what I found, which is fair. So there is whiting along the corners. When the corners get frayed, they turn white. So you can see slightly, but it is a very old card. So it is also one of the original Wizard of the Coast cards, I believe. Yeah, 95 to 2000. So yeah, it's one of the very first sets. So I'm at this rate, it looks like they've been very strict with the grading. So I'm going to guess this probably got a 6. So take your guess at home, what you think. And this card got... oh, it got a 5. Oh, no. Oh, well. Neo Revelation. So it is a very old card from the year 2000. Still very cool. All right, so only the one that I gave my partner has gotten over a 5, I believe. 5, 4.5, and a 5. Okay. So next one, we'll cover it up. Okay, another very old card. So this is Lieutenant Surge's Raichu, I think from Gym Heroes. Gym Heroes, one of the gym, or the gym challenges, one of the gym series, I believe. So this does look very good. The center, maybe slightly to the left. Check out the back. Okay, so there is whiting on the corners. So with how the grades have gone, I'm going to guess a 4.5. So take your guess at home. And it got a 4.5. Okay. All right, so I am starting to catch on to how their grading goes. Gym Heroes from the year 2000. So I've got another very old one. So yeah, I didn't realise they were very strict with their grading. I guess it's a good thing. There is talk that some grading companies are stricter than others. So Beckett's, to my knowledge, are one of the very strict ones. So there's been people in the past that got a PSA, which is a grading company, got a PSA 10 on a card, broke the card open out of its case and then sent it to Beckett's, and Beckett's didn't give it a 10. They only gave it a 9.5. So they definitely have different criteria. Okay, next one. This beautiful Raichu is from the year 2008. I cannot remember what symbol that is, but he is a very happy boy. So we'll check out the centering a little bit to the left. It seems that is a common theme. So the line on the right is thicker than the line on the left. But otherwise looks good. You can tell it's an old card, but otherwise looks good. So, okay, so it's definitely lost marks with that corner. So that corner may be slightly on the whiting side, but yeah, this corner will have it lose marks. So take a guess at home what you think it got. And I'm going to guess, with how the gradings have gone so far, I'm going to guess 5.5. All right, so take a guess at home, and it got 5.5. Okay, so I've gotten 2 of them right so far. So this is from 2008 Raichu. The set is called Majestic Dawn. So even though the maximum grade is a 10 and 5.5 seems really far away from that, the way they count it is that it is an excellent rating. Yeah. All right, so that's above. So we'll put that in the above 5 pile. So we're on to our last card for part 1. And this is actually a Japanese card, as you can see. So my partner doesn't collect Japanese cards technically, because if he did, there would be so many more Raichus out there to collect. But this card in particular did not get released in English. So that was his logic in getting this one, because there is no English variant. So he got this one. As you can see, it is, I think, one of the E-series cards, so it has the mark on the side. There was a machine back in the day that you could swipe these cards in a game, and it gave you something in the game. I was not collecting at that time, so I'm not 100% sure. Let's look at the back. The centering does look quite good. Yeah, and a little bit of whiting up there. Okay, so this is good. So I'm going to guess this got a 7. I want it to get a 7. I don't think it did, but I'm going to guess a 7. So this is the last one, everyone. So take your guess at home. And the result was 7. Okay. So out of the 7 graded cards in this video, I got 3 of them right. Let me know in the comments how many you got right at home. But yeah, for an old card from 2001. This is the year on this card. I can't see the year. Oh, but it is a first edition. First edition Pokemon Versus. Okay, so the highest grade was this one here. If it got any lower than this, I would have been shocked, because I did open this myself and it was pack fresh. So yeah, let me know in the comments, out of the 7, how many you got right, what your favourite card was, and if there was any cards that you think should have got a better grade. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining me in this one, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye now.